Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of The Spark. I'm Coach David. I'm super excited that you're here with me on today as we go into learning things and discovering things that's going to help make our life tremendously better. As we move forward day by day by day, things continue to get better day by day. I wrote this book called You Are the Architect of Your Life. And in this book, I show you ways how to design, build, and live the life you want. And that's truly what I want for you. I want you to have the life that you want. You deserve it. And the truth of the matter is, it's all up to you. Politicians don't have nothing to do with it. The economy doesn't have anything to do with it. Here's what it has to do with. It has to do with your mindset and how you move into things. So I want to encourage you on today to get you a copy of the book if you have not done so. And also to start designing, start building, start living the very life you want. Well, listen, on today, we're going to continue on with that great series that we're doing called What to Do About Snipers and Haters. You know, I've coined those two terms to talk about people who take cheap shots at you or take a shot at you and everything. And those people who just have some type of anger towards you because you're going out there and you're getting after it, you're reaching success. Everyone who does something great, you can expect at times to be sniped at. You can expect it to be hated upon. But the truth of the matter is, you got to go on and be your amazing self and not let that hinder you. So I coined this little thing and I said, well, what should you do about it? What should you do about the snipers and what should you do about the haters? And I came up with this right here. This has been the best answer I've found yet. Ignore them. That's right. Ignore them. Completely ignore them. Refuse to acknowledge them. Disregard them intentionally. You are doing this. So I took the word ignore in the letters IGNORE, and I'm now going into piece by piece showing you great and wonderful things you could do. I started with the I a few weeks ago, and I said that means I am. You got to know I am, who you are. And once you do that, then you can move a little bit further and you can do the G, which means give up, give up all that stuff you can't control and gain control of the thing that you can control. Then we said the N, nothing negative. We are not going to be negative people because we know that negativity is addictive. It breeds more negativity and it costs us something when we become negative. Last week was a great lesson. Go back and watch it. We talked about being oblivious of other people's opinions. That's right. Just be oblivious to others' opinions. Why? Because their opinion is none of my business. And when I know that, I move forward being who I am. Today, we're going to talk about the R. And I got to admit, this one right here has me excited. Because here's what it is right here. The R means refuse revenge. What? Refuse revenge. What am I talking about? You need to refuse to take the opportunity to get revenge. That's right. Now, listen, I know revenge means that you want to inflict the same amount of pain or more sometimes that this person, this hater, this sniper is giving to you. In other words, this is what we say. We want to get even. That's right. And we want this thing to be like, hey, you hurt me. I want you to feel some hurt. But I want to share with you, you got to reject all thoughts and all ideas of getting even. Just reject that. You're not looking to retaliate. You're not looking to get even. What you want to do, you want to rise higher than that. And so in rising higher than that, you have to understand a couple of things. That anytime you start talking about going after somebody and you're going to inflict revenge upon them, all you're doing is revealing your hurt to the sniper and to the hurt. And they actually get joy out of that. They actually get joy out of knowing that they're affecting you in such a way that you would reach out and start doing something, try to do the same thing to them. So you got to reject that. You just got to let that go and know that there's something much more at stake. What I do when I start looking at certain things, I said, what's really at stake here? It's just not about getting even. It's just not about getting back at them. Here's what I want you to understand. When you start to talk about revenge, you're talking about digging two graves. What? Yes, this is what someone shared with me. It's digging two graves. You're digging one for the sniper or hater, but guess what? You're also digging a grave for yourself. Anytime you start getting into revenge, something happens on the inside of you. And when you are out to inflict pain or hurt upon somebody else, you are taking yourself from where you need to be to where they are. Another person I heard say this right here: revenge is like holding fire in your hand, wanting to throw it back at the sniper or hater and hoping you do not get burned. If you hold it in your hand, if you hold it in your heart, you are going to get burned too. I want to encourage you on today. So don't even think about that. Don't even, you got to, once again, you got to refuse revenge. You got to reject it. It's not what you think is, it's not going to get done what you think is going to get done. Here's the thing about it. When you start talking about getting revenge, when you start talking about inflicting pain upon somebody else, you are actually stooping to the level of the sniper or the hater instead of rising up higher than that. And you think that, hey, I'm going to get some peace out of this. I'm going to get some contentment out of this. But all you're going to do is create more inner turmoil for yourself. So I want to encourage you, refuse it, reject it. You're not looking for revenge. Now, I'm reminded, because I read the Bible, God said, vengeance or revenge is mine, I will repay. So I told one of my friends one time, and I was sharing with him because he was upset about something that was going on. And he was saying, you know, I ought to do this and I ought to do this. He was talking in the way of revenge. And I said, you don't want to do that. I said, because now you're getting in the way of their revenge, of their vengeance. God's going to be the judge of all of this. And you may never see it. And that's okay. That's why you want to rise higher. You don't need to see it. But you can rest assured that whatsoever a man sows, that and only that can he reap. And you got to stay where you're supposed to be instead of trying to stoop and lower yourself to that level. Stop becoming involved with the snipers and haters' wrongdoing. I'm telling you, you just got to let that go, because when you start seeking vengeance or revenge, as the case may be, what you are doing, you are stooping to their level and you're becoming just like them. Listen to this and listen closely. Your greatest revenge is not to be a sniper or a hater. But if you lower yourself to their level and you try to get revenge, you just became one of them. You became a sniper and a hater. Remember this right here. In due season, everything is going to play out. You don't need to get like that. Remember, we said we was going to ignore them. This is a part of ignoring them. Yes, they may be trying to hurt you. Yes, they may be doing you wrong, but you got to respond with what you can control. So what can you control? You can control your actions. You can control your thoughts. But most importantly, you can control your reactions to what they are doing. So don't seek revenge. Don't look for it. Don't go out and do it. You got to do something better than that. So I'm going to give you a couple of things that you can do. And I think this will help you tremendously get to the next level. You have to choose reasoning over retaliation. I'm going to say that one again. You have to choose reasoning over retaliation. Your greatest tool is the way you think. Your greatest tool is your mindset. And when you choose reasoning, thinking about this situation and understanding how to process this over retaliation, you have now gone to a whole nother level. And you confuse, my goodness, you confuse the hater, you confuse the sniper, because what they are used to, they're used to somebody seeking revenge, of going backwards and forth and tussling and fighting and saying this and saying that. That's what they're looking for. That's what they feed on. But when you choose reason over retaliation, you rise higher than that. And that's really what it's all about, is you understanding just who you are and ignoring them and moving to another level. Boy, if you could just take a little bit of this and just understand, don't get mixed up in it. Don't get all tangled up in it. You're seeing a lot of stuff right now. I was just looking today on Facebook. about one person picking another, and I see people retaliating over something that somebody said even. You don't need to do that. Just go on and be your amazing self and do you. Here's the second thing I want to give you before I let you go. Choose resilience over retribution. Say what? Yes. Remember, I already told you, choose reason over retaliation. Now I want you to choose resilience over retribution. In other words, you're not trying to pay anybody back. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to adapt. You're going to overcome, and you're going to drive on. You're going to move on through this, because that's what we who have raised higher than the snipers and the haters, those of us who, we celebrate other people instead of snipe at them and hate on them. What we understand is this right here, is that in order to be our best selves, we got to adapt to the situation. We got to overcome the situation. And then most importantly, we got to drive on and be our awesome selves. And if you do that, you then shut the snipers and the haters down. That's right, because you didn't get involved and you didn't play their game. So there it is right there. There's your R for this week. Refuse to revenge. Don't look for revenge. You're not looking for that. Rise higher and do great and wonderful things. So we're almost done with this series, but I'll tell you right now, it's been great. And go back and listen to these lessons. If you miss one, put it all together, because I'm telling you, it's going to help you tremendously in what to do about snipers and haters. Well, I'm going to get out of here for this week. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you will share it with someone, because we all need it, because there's a lot of snipers and a lot of haters out there. But guess what? We're a whole lot stronger and a whole lot more than they are. But until next week, remember this right here. Remember this. You are the architect of your life. And Coach David, and that's me, I believe in you. And I will see you on next week. You have a great one. Bye.